In the last video, we took a look at kinetic energy. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already. But today in this video, we're going to be taking a look at gravitational potential energy, another energy store. Light bulb minutes! But first, before we jump into things, as said in the previous video, I want you to go around your house and find any object. I want you to keep it in mind, maybe stand next to it as you watch this video. And I'll explain to you why at the end of this video. Gravitational potential energy is the energy stored when something or someone is raised above a particular point in a gravitational field. The formula for gravitational potential energy is EP equals mgh. EP represents gravitational potential energy and is measured in joules. M represents mass and is measured in kilograms. G represents gravitational field strength and is measured in newtons per kilograms. And H represents height or change in height and is measured in meters. Gravitational field strength on Earth is typically written as 10 or 9.8 newtons per kilograms. But with other places in the solar system or our galaxy, such as Pluto, Mars, or the Moon, they have their own gravitational field strengths, but this is typically provided in an exam. Now let's look at some examples. Let's take the example of a bird. A bird has chemical energy stored in its body from when it eats food, and some of this can be transferred into kinetic energy as the bird flies. However, as the bird flies above the Earth's surface, some of this kinetic energy can then be transferred into gravitational potential energy. Here's another example. With the person rolling down a hill, when they're at the top of the hill, it's mostly gravitational potential energy. But this slowly transfers into kinetic energy until they're at the bottom of the hill or flat ground, which is where gravitational potential energy is pretty much zero. And another example, with bouncing balls, the gravitational potential energy is at its peak when it's at the peak of the bounce. As it comes back down, this slowly transfers back into kinetic energy. And now for a quick question. A science book that weighs 1 kilogram is placed on a shelf that is 2 meters above the ground. Assume that the gravitational field strength is 10 newtons per kilograms. How much gravitational potential energy is stored in the book? If you got 20 joules, you are correct. As for the object I asked you to look for at the beginning of the video, I want you to pretend that it's a USB port and you are transferring all of the information that you've just learnt here into the object. This is the Mind Palace technique and it can help you to remember information quickly through association and visualization.